Hi everyone, it's Bunny and welcome back to Lost Cause. Today is the first episode of Down the Rabbit Hole and I have a very special guest.
Hi guys, I'm Morgan Alexis and I had no idea this was actually your first episode, so thank you so much for having me. I'm totally honored.
I'm honored to have you here. She is an amazing performer, DJ, and overall icon.
Thank you.
I'm literally honored, okay?
I'm honored to be here.
So today we're gonna be going back and forth and learning about each other. I'm gonna be learning about you as a DJ.
Yes.
And hopefully you'll learn a little bit about cosplay.
Yeah, I'm excited to learn more about it because I have no idea about the cosplay world, so
Really?
You're gonna be here to teach me.
I'm gonna start off. I have a question for you. I was wondering if you could share your most challenging DJ set story with me.
Most challenging DJ set story would have to be when I DJ'd at Radius in Chicago. It's like one of the biggest venues there, and it was New Year's Eve of I think it was gonna be 2022. So yeah, it was bringing in 2022.
Okay.
And I opened up for Chris Lake, who's a massive DJ, and
Icon.
I killed the set. Like, it was amazing, but like, I mean, that was terrifying.
That does kind of sound terrifying.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pressure put on you.
Yeah.
I mean, like
don't know.
opening up New Year's Eve for a really big artist.
Yeah, it definitely was. I think for me, I was more proving to like the house scene in Chicago because there was a lot of backlash on that.
Spill the tea.
I just think people are very catty there, and people have been doing local DJ gigs for a very long time, and they're kind of just coasting doing that. And so when someone new comes in, it's like
They see you as a threat.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, for sure. But I have some questions for you as well, so I want to get into that. Okay, so what is your dream cosplay character?
My dream cosplay character?
And why?
Oh, and why?
Yeah. Give me your top three.
Top three?
And kind of like summarize why.
Okay.
Those top three.
So I'm gonna have to say Sam from Danny Phantom.
Okay.
Little goth girl action.
I know who that is. I used to watch that show.
She goes number 2. Number 3, I'd have to say Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. I feel like they kind of resemble me.
Yeah.
Like the green and the black.
Absolutely.
I'll take it. And like the attitude.
I can see that. Definitely. That's
I don't have attitude. I have a really hard time at setting boundaries and giving people attitude, so I feel like it's a good...
It's kind of good to like get into a different character.
Yeah.
And I know Beyonce talks about that. This is
Yeah.
a pretty good example. Her Sasha Fierce character.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It's like Hannah Montana. You get the best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
I feel like that could be the same for DJs as well, though. Like your persona as a DJ versus...
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm pretty chill, but like when I DJ, like I deliver, and I'm like definitely like a dancer behind the decks and whipping the hair back and forth and stuff like that. But I don't know, I feel like my daily energy kind of channels into that as well. But yeah, it's funny. Like I'm definitely, I feel like I used to be really shy, but I feel like the older I'm getting and the more I'm like figuring out like what I love and what I want to do in life, like I get more confident about it. So I feel like that definitely translates into my sets.
So my next question for you is, what is your dream venue or location as a DJ?
Yeah.
Or festival?
My dream venue in the States is Space, Miami.
Okay.
Just because it's like, if you play there,
You've made it?
pretty much. Like, that would be really sick. I feel like my dream venue in LA, here in LA, would be Sound nightclub.
Okay.
I think that would be really sick as well. And then Pacha in Ibiza.
I love that. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Those would be.
Those are dream
Yeah,
locations.
definitely. Ibiza would be really sick.
I have
Even
a feeling you'll
Mykonos.
make it. Ooh.
Mykonos is really
Lindsay
cool too.
Lohan's little
Yeah, right.
island,
Her little island.
a resort.
Her little resort, her
I could
club.
see that.
Yeah.
You just DJing at Lindsay Lohan's club.
Would be kind of sick. Okay, I have another question for you. What is a memorable moment from a cosplay convention, or maybe just a memorable moment in cosplay in general for you?
Okay, so I don't really go to cosplay conventions, but I do go to this convention called Monster Palooza.
Okay.
And it's all horror themed, like
Okay.
scary movies and horror.
I'm obsessed with that. I love horror movies.
So I was dressed up as Freddy's bride from Nightmare on Elm Street.
Obsessed.
And my friend was actually cosplaying Freddy in his tuxedo walking around. So
Oh my god, that's so fun.
he looked at me, he pointed at me, and he was just like, oh my god, I'm in love with you. So I ran over to him and we started taking pictures. Of course, we got the prom picture in there.
Oh, I love that.
It was just so much fun. I was asking him how he wanted to pose, and he was just like, well, you're the supermodel. And I was like, what?
And
Like,
he's right. You're like, absolutely I am. Yes. Bow down.
I feel like he wanted the picture with me more than I wanted the picture with him. But
He did. Absolutely.
maybe that's just in
Yeah.
my head.
Yeah. He absolutely did. He was starstruck.
So what kind of music do you incorporate into your sets?
Yeah, so I am a really big Afro house, melodic techno, indie dance, and tech house.
Okay.
So I like to combine like all four of those genres really into my own and incorporate it into my sets. And I don't really like sticking to just like one genre and being boxed in, but I feel like after, 2.5, 3 years of DJing and, crate digging and finding music in new genres, I have discovered like my sound as an artist. And I definitely gravitate towards more of like that darker Afro beats, techno, yeah. But I still love tech house too, because that's just kind of the classic. Like John Summit, Chris Lake, Dom Dalla, stuff like that. But okay, so I have a question for you. I want to know what your biggest cosplay fail was.
Okay, so my biggest cosplay fail was the day I was actually filming for OFTV. I was just not in the right headspace that morning. I was trying to get everything together. My hotel room was a mess. I couldn't find half my cosplays, or I had them out for the night before to bring.
Yeah.
And I just forgot half of them. So I got to set. First one went great, amazing. Next one, I forgot the full outfit. And luckily the other girl had an extra dress for me.
Amazing.
And then the next one came and I forgot the mask to that cosplay. I was doing Catwoman. And I feel like
Sick.
the mask is the full part. So my head just was not together that entire day. I forgot more than half of my costumes, but I made it work.
Good.
It was just like
Chaotic?
very
Just
chaotic.
a lot of chaos.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
No,
my brain
absolutely.
was everywhere that day.
Absolutely. So you ended up pulling it off though.
I pulled it off, yeah.
Cool. What did you end up using for the mask for Catwoman?
So unfortunately, I did not have a mask that day.
Okay.
But I had a black leather corset, so I feel like that kind of
Hot,
pulled
love
it
it.
all together.
Amazing.
Thank you guys so much for joining us on my first podcast. A big thank you to Morgan.
Thank you for having me. That was so fun, and I'm really glad I got to learn a lot more about cosplay and you as a whole.
I'm so happy I got to learn more about you and DJing. Going into this, I knew nothing about DJing.
Amazing. And
So-
vice versa on the cosplay. So now we know a little bit more information about our worlds.
This was a success.
Bye, guys.
Bye.